Hey everybody, this is Miss Mia tapping back in with another video. I was just sitting in my car and I was just thinking about, the importance. I don't really feel like I made a video, although I deleted like 3 to 4 videos, but I don't believe that this is a video that a topic that I really hear like just individuals really just touch on and just really promote or whatever. So I will touch on it, and what my topic was, or my talking point, pardon me, is that the importance of life coaches and how they really can change your entire life. I hired a life coach because I was in this weird space and place in my life, and I was just like, okay, so we always, and I'm just going to speak for the majority of, not all Black people, but I'm just going to say where I'm from, we run to the church. If we going through something or whatever, the church is always the remedy where I'm from. And church wasn't doing it. The church was actually making things worse. And let me also be very clear. The wrong church I was at to meet my needs, because church for the believer, the right church will grow you spiritually, and it is so important to be connected with the body. So let me put that out there so that I'm very clear as to what I'm saying, and I'm not misspeaking or I'm not misleading anyone in any shape, form, or fashion, but I'm just speaking on experiences that I have had. And so that's where I'm coming from. I was connected to the wrong church, so it wasn't able to meet my needs as far as the crossroad that I had come to. And it was just the awakening, the spiritual growth, the awareness that I was experiencing, and just with my eyes wide open. I wasn't asleep, and God was just growing me, and He was just developing me, and I was outgrowing people, places, and things. And I didn't realize exactly what was happening and what I was going through. So I was looking and searching for, the help that I knew that it was some broken and some missing pieces. And I knew that I wasn't able to tap into or connect the dots. And I was looking for someone to even share in, the experience that I was experiencing that was further along, and that could help me grow and as I stated, connect the dots, because I knew that it was some missing pieces. I knew that I wasn't all the way tapped in, and I knew that I was like kept hitting roadblocks, and it kept hitting, like growth, like blockers in my life. And I know that I kept on repeating cycles, and I couldn't get unstuck. And so once let me say, I went to church. I didn't get it there. That particular church that I was at, didn't get it there. Went to another church, didn't get it there. was experiencing so much, turmoil on the job, ended up going into counseling, or utilizing all the options that I had that were available to me. And so I went into some therapy because I thought it was stress, on the job, stress related. However, it was a plethora of things, and the stress from the job was primarily, the real the anchor, if you will, or the catalyst that really just, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will, because it was like I'm spending a lot of time there. I had been there for many years, and then of course you spend the bulk of your day and time at the job and on the job. And so that is ultimately what I was experiencing. So going into therapy was very helpful, because they gave me tools. And then I think that the church was not feeding me spiritually. It was just kind of the last church that I was at, it was just kind of like a country club. It was like a members only club. It wasn't a spiritual growth. Like, we're not trying to, or it could have been that for other individuals. However, it wasn't my experience. So let me also be clear and say that properly as well, because it might have been some people in there that they really were pouring into. However, I wasn't one of those. I was one of those that was like, we don't want you here. You don't fit. You're not our type. We, looking for, minions that we could like dominate, and we can run, and we can use their gifts and their talents how we see fit. But you too headstrong, you too solid in your faith, and we ain't gonna be able to use you like how we want to. So yeah, you ain't about to fit in this establishment. And so I was okay with that. It was fine with me. It was okay with me. Once I detached, and I was a little bit bothered initially, because I was like, this the church, but it's a lot of hurt folks. It's a lot of hurting people. It's a lot of sick people. And the church is supposed to be the hospital where we go and we get, fixed and healed. But as I stated, that was the wrong one. It wasn't for me. I wasn't a good fit for them. They weren't a good fit for me. So let me stop beating a dead horse, because it's like a done deal. But just, making a point. And my point is, I'll get to the point after. You'll just stick with me. So I'm going somewhere. So the church, they weren't getting it spiritually for me, and that's what I was looking for. So I went to therapy to kind of get it, mentally, try to get, some stuff sorted out. And then I ended up getting a life coach. And it actually, everything, because she's a spiritual coach as well. She's a spiritual life coach. So it was just timing, the right coach, the right time, in the right season to get that right blessing that I needed. So I said all of that to say this, that if you are finding yourself, at a crossroad in life, and you really like trying to figure it out on your own, and you can't connect the dots, and you just, that it's some missing pieces, and that it's some unhealed, life coaching ain't the thing that's just gonna break the camel's back. Life coaching, along with church, along with good ministry, along with good counseling, all of that combined is what's going to and then you seeking diligently and you going to the Lord as far as the right everything, all of those things that I just mentioned, you going to the Lord ultimately, and he guiding and directing you as to what you need, when you need it, how you need it, and who you need it from. And life coaching really, just as I stated, coupled along with my prayer life, along with seeking the Lord, along with hearing, in my spirit what direction I needed to go to, because it was times where I'm like, Lord, I don't hear you, and it's because I wasn't listening with the ear to hear, and I didn't see him because I wasn't looking with the eye to see. And so and when he was speaking, it was just like I was so checked out. I was so, you know what I'm saying, my mind was so clouded, and with all of these distractions that the enemy just kept on bombarding me with, because I was really just waking up to all of the foolery that was going on around me, and how I had outgrown people, places, and things, and I was just still there, and I was stuck in this toxic maze of my life, and I needed to get out, and the Lord just plucked me out of there, and he placed my feet on solid ground. And with the help of the Lord and my life coach and prayer and diligently seeking, some things started to turn around, and here I am able to even get on camera and share different things and just different life experiences with you all, that my mind was so jumbled on last year that I couldn't even get on camera and form a sentence, because I was just like all over the place. And so, tracking progress a whole year later, I'm actually on camera. Like, it is like a 360, that all of the help and all of the work that goes into being where I am. It was homework, it was lots of alone time, it was a lot of studying, it was a lot of just being patient with myself, and just going to God in prayer, listening to my life coach and the homework that she had given, and the modules and the videos that she made. It was all of that coupled together, is where I stand now, still growing, still learning, still progressing, still working some things out, still ironing out the kinks. But I think, such is life, we don't really ever get to a point where we just are all knowing and we just got everything in life just figured out. I don't know who, I'm sure, I'm sure it's somebody, on a higher plate, but I know that the Bible says ain't not nan one of us perfect. It was only one perfect one, and that's Jesus. And then after him, it ain't no more perfect one. So with that being said, we all have our vices, and we all have our things that we need to work on, and we ain't never gonna reach perfection. As good and fancy as we think we are, we ain't never gonna be that. We ain't never reaching that. So I don't I know that that's not me, but I'm trying to reach my better, and I'm trying to reach better, and every day I'm striving for better, and I'm striving for the best me that I can show up as. And so with that being said, y'all, I ran it up, and just wanted to share that. Just wanted to as I stated, bless yourself. If you can, get somebody and a life coach that relates to you, that you relate to, that you can grow underneath, that you don't mind investing in yourself. Because we could do all this work on the outside, and we can cutesy this up, and we can shimmer this up, and we could, get all of the beauty, on the outside together. We could get this body looking snatched. We can get the face, and we can get the surgery, and we can get the veneers, and we could get the brows, and the wigs, and the everything on the outside. But if that inside is still toxic and polluted and unhealed, all of that really is not even really gonna matter at the end of the day, because you still don't like yourself underneath all of that. It's just cute on the outside, but the inside twisted backwards. And then you won't make somebody else feel bad because they not doing that, or they've worked on their inside, or they're working on their inside so that they can show up as their best self person, in all of their glory, and all of the nature and the natural beauty that the Lord has blessed them with. I'm not trying to cutesy up the outside no more. I was on that, and in the grand scheme of things, it still didn't make me feel whole. It still didn't make me feel great. It was a facade. It was a fluff. It was the imposter syndrome. And so I think a lot of people are suffering from that or with that. And so check yourself, grow yourself, help yourself, bless yourself with some help. You know what I'm saying? And recognize that, the first step is recognizing that you do need some help, and that is some, stuff deep down that's unhealed, and that could, stand some course correcting. And you could get it. You could get there. You could get there. And I'm a living witness, that you can get there, but you gonna have to do the work. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do it for you. You gotta put in the work. You gotta do the work, and you gotta be willing to do the work. And it every day ain't gonna be easy. I was getting ready to say something, but then I stopped myself because life is only as hard as we think it or make it. If we change our thinking, we just that's a step to changing our thinking. And so saying I'm a get better, and I'm gonna be better, and I'm gonna show up better, and what you think you become. So with that being said, think you can do it. Think yourself into what you need. Think yourself into what you want. Think yourself into it, and bless yourself with some self-help. And a life coach is the ultimate blessing. That it's the blessing that keeps on giving. It's the gift that keeps on giving it, and they don't leave you until they see that you've outgrown them, and then they'll push you along and be like, okay, girl, you got this, and then you tap back in just to show them your progress or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, you'll outgrow your life coach, or you won't need them like you initially needed them, and they promote you to they don't feel hurt, because you've grown up. That's what the ultimate goal is with a life coach, is to see you blossom, and to see you move on and flourish in life. And so they were only there for a season, and then after that season is up, they promote you to go on. They don't want you to stay there forever, because if you stand there forever, you're not growing. And so they do promote it and they do encourage it. I know mine's does. And so I'm going to put it in the description, but her name is Latoya Okia. And if you don't know, now you know. Her name is Latoya Okia. That is my life coach. She is amazing. She doing amazing things. And I am so thankful that I was able to go through her academy, get a life coaching certificate through her academy, and become a life coach myself. So I am not per se taking any clients or per se doing any courses right now. That will come in time, but right now I'm out here in the field and I am really enjoying being right here in the field. And so I've been speaking to different individuals. I've been helping, you know, people, and out here in the field is you know, where I'm starting, and this is my center point. So with that being said, y'all go bless yourself with a life coach if you feel like you need it, or you feel like, you know, you need to get unstuck. Go bless yourself. With that being said, peace and blessings. This is Miss Mia. Y'all know what it is. I would give y'all an outfit, but I don't think it's raining because I ain't got no drops on my windshield. So y'all get this word. Y'all can get this word. So we going out in the clouds. Miss Mia, what you got on? Ooh, Miss Mia, what you got on? What you got on? Ooh. What you got on? Oh, what you got on? That's what I got on, child. That's what I got on, grab. And guys, this is Miss Mia. I am tapping out. Yeah, baby. Oh, that car wasn't making me look cute, but I kind of look cute outside in the nature. Alright, y'all. Cutting up. 20 minutes later, I told you that's what happens. Alright, y'all. Peace and blessings.